The year was circa 2003, and I was in my second semester, I believe, in grad school, and I had the honor of meeting one of our esteemed alumni. His name was Obi Bender, and he was actually the second African American that was an independent PGA board member. He had a strong passion for helping students based on his humble beginnings, and he always shared his story. He always had some encouragement, and I'll never forget some advice that he gave me. So he asked me one day, he's like, "Hey, do you play golf?" And the question, I didn't even have a chance to answer the question because the question immediately rolled into advice. And he stated, knowing how to play golf is going to serve you well. In fact, I would like to tell you that probably knowing how to play golf is going to be equally as important as you getting your MBA. And I looked and he's like, yeah, there's a lot of decisions that are made on a golf course. And he said, the best advice I can give you is to continue to build your network. The power of your network may not come to fruition immediately, but I guarantee you it may be 1 year, it may be 5, it may be 10, heck, it may be 15. But having the right connections in your corner, in your career, are going to serve you well. Now, fast forward to today, and I have to say my understanding of the phenomenon of like the three-pronged system I like to think about influence is power, influence, and authority. And you have to understand the connection that that has on recruiting. Now, in fact, that's the gift that I want to give you this week. In 2019, 79% of new CEOs were internal successors. 80% of internal promotions resulted in planned succession. A strong network, in fact, a strong and expansive network, gives you insight into trends. It gives you information about internal promotions, and also any type of job openings or movement within the company. No one was going to tell you is that companies have a specific percentage and goal annually of internal promotions that they want to achieve. And this is often referred to as a talent mix. For example, Amazon groups its employees into 3 tiers. There's a top tier, that's your top 20%, who are people that they are grooming for next. There's the next tier, which is 70%, and these are people that they want to keep happy. And then there's the bottom 10%, who's a group of people they are encouraging to get it together or that they're moving out of the system. And this, you can refer to, this is public information. You can look at a Business Insider. For those that are decision makers, they can confirm that their company probably has some type of matrix similar to this. And this is an ebb and flow that's being worked through on a continuous basis. So in this week, what does this mean for you? I want to give you some tips on managing your own career map. First, you have to accept that you are always on time. And what does that mean? Well, you can only be here today. So everything that you have experienced up until this point should be using to propel you forward. And oftentimes when we are coaching individuals, they are constantly mourning opportunities that they feel like they missed, risks that they wish they should have taken, signs that they wish they would have taken heed of, people that they wish they would have contacted and kept in contact with. Well, all you can do is start from today. These are 3 facts that I want you to consider, right? And these are facts that are coming from the book of The More You Know, all right? So number 1, your supervisor should be forecasting possible openings, right? Obviously, we talked a lot about the Great Resignation. I'm sure it's everywhere that you're looking. And as a supervisor, your boss, it should be forecasting risk of people that are going to be leaving, risk also for people that should be able to move to next. And those are all things to help them know how to put people in the right place. Okay. The second is if your company has a good HR department, there is, and what I mean by that is there's somebody in HR that's not just trying to keep managers out of hot water, but there's an HR business partner that is assigned and that is passionate around facilitating conversations about talent. They're following up, they're inspecting, and not only inspecting, but I would say some level of accountability to talent plans. So there's not just, for instance, the supervisor saying, hey, Johnny should be going to, this role by this time, but there's an HR partner ensuring that he has the tools to get there and they're keeping up with that. Okay. And when it doesn't happen, there's some type of accountability. And third, managers have to know when it's a good idea to acquire or develop talent for specific assignments and openings. Okay, so now that you know these things, right, and now that you understand that most positions are filled before they're even open, how do you align yourself to make sure that you are considered for the next role that you want? Number one, your competence and network have to match. What does that mean? You need to be networking for today, tomorrow, and the future. Your competence and confidence have to match. You have to be walking into these rooms like you belong. You have to see yourself there now, whatever that may be that you would like to do. And last but not least, your competence and your self-assessment have to match. Okay, you have to be objective, and sometimes that's hard when it comes to looking in the mirror, but you have to be the first person that's able to do that. Hopefully these things help you, and we're going to be talking all month long about how to get there faster, and this is just kickstarting the month. Take care, and we will chat with you soon.